All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever time you're watching this. So I think the last time we left off with the Supra, I removed the harness, the engine harness, and I just want to give you guys a quick little update before we start. I ordered the harness. It should be done in like a week. I may already have it by the time you guys are watching this video, but that'll be the next video of me actually installing it. Today is going to be a nuisance day. It's just gonna be annoying work on the Supra. By annoying, I just mean things that I don't want to do. I kind of have to do them. And what that means is I have to drain all that fucking old ass E85 gas out of the gas tank so I can prep it and get it ready with some fresh 91 octane so I can run 91 octane through it, let all the rest of the E85 burn off. We will not be, I guess, we may be running 85, but most of the fuel is going to either be 91 or Ignite Red, which is like 114 octane. So again, this car's going to have to come up off the jack stand. It's going to have to be sitting even. You can't have it sitting a certain way because in the gas tank the fuel will push to side. So you kind of want it even. Another thing I need to do is actually drain the power steering fluid out. I didn't do my research ahead of time. I put power steering fluid in, and this system actually runs off of transmission fluid, automatic transmission fluid, whatever. I mean, it's not like I ran a car with it. There may still be a little bit in the system, which I'm worried about, but I need to replace this rack anyway. This is off of a SC300. I think it's an SC300 steering rack. The Toyota one, unfortunately, is like almost $1,000, I think. That's what we're going to be tackling today. Hopefully we can get it all done in a day. I just had to figure out where the power leads, the one 12-volt power source for the actual fuel pump is, because if you guys don't know, I have 3 pumps in the car. It's 2 are staged, 1 is constant. So I have to just unplug the constant, send 12 volts straight to the constant fuel pump, unhook the feed line over down by the engine bay here, and kind of just put that in the gas tank and just let the gas drain out. I don't think there's a lot in there. I don't know. Last time I had the tank out, I still had a fractured shoulder from my motorcycle accident and it was heavy. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna move the bike out of the way. Yeah, this thing does not run, as you saw. More to come on that. I will update you guys later about that. Alright, bike moved. Let's get started on the Supra. Time to jack this bitch up again. Alright, so got the car up at jack stands, popped this open. Okay, so got my gas can ready. I'm going to pull the feed line off. For some odd reason I have the fuel filter in line with the feed. I thought it was supposed to be in line with the return. Whatever, either or, doesn't really matter as long as there's a fuel filter in line. I'm going to pull the feed line off and put it into the gas can here, and it should drain it all. Hopefully there's not more than 5 gallons in, because if there is, then I have to go out and buy another jug. At least if I can get it filled and nothing burns up and nothing goes wrong, I'll just get another tank maybe during the week and just finish off the process, because I still don't have the harness yet, so it's not like I can start the car. Got the fuel hat off. Got my battery ready to go. So basically this is how my setup is. 3 wires right here, power. These 2 I think went to the send-in unit. So I spoke to a buddy of mine. He said, yeah, just push them in as long as they sit in there, and he said they fit around the actual pins. He said, and they're not like super loose. He's like, they should be fine. He's like, it's just a sender unit. He's like, it doesn't need that much power. I have, just doesn't matter which one. I think number 3, 5, and 4 are all my power wires for the relays. Doesn't matter what pump, because you're sending power straight to them. So basically I have it to this pump. You'll put it on the positive terminal here. I have my ground hooked up, and once the power's on, I'm gonna hit that. Should hear the pump start running and fuel start draining, and then it's all a matter of just monitoring it. And once it's draining, the pump should make a different noise, and that's when you pull power off it. So like I said, right now I'm just going to pull the feed line off, put that in a tank, and then I may try and do it just to make sure I have the right connections, and we can go from there. So let's get to it. Okay, so I have everything hooked up. Well, let's see if this works. No fuel dumping out. Try this again. Pump. Oh yeah, she's dumping. Okay, so the problem is I don't know how much is going to be in here. I want to pull all the tabs off and kind of move it so the gas tank is out, so I can actually visually see it. That would be the smarter thing to do. For once, I'm going to use my brain and do that instead to make it easier on me. So stand by.
A few moments later.
Alright, just unhooked this like 3 clips. Now I'll be able to at least kind of pull the hose out and see where I'm sitting, and once this gets full, pull the power off. But yeah, we're going to continue doing this, and we're going to drain the gas, and I'm not going to show gas draining. I'll just fast forward to where this tank is full. Holy shit. This is kind of like 4 to 5 times a week it's like this. All right, so I got a lot of the gas out. This jug is actually full, so I got some of the gas drained out. I didn't even realize I had this much gas still left in the tank. I'm gonna have to buy another jug because I won't be able to dump this gas until next Saturday. I'm probably gonna run to like O'Reilly's or something, grab another gas tank, and hopefully 2 5-gallon ones will be able to drain all of it, and I'll be able to be in the clear. All right, we are back. Got my next jug. Let's continue getting this gasoline out. Hopefully I can get all of it out and it'll fill this jug, or at least just the rest of whatever's left over. All right, so it's pretty much done. It's making a higher pitched noise. That's when you kind of want to pull the cable off. All right, so I think pretty much all the fuel is out. It almost filled this. I think it's like half to 3/4 full. I'm going to put the fuel line back on, and we are going to drain the power steering fluid out. I have a drain pan for that. I'll drain that into that, and then tomorrow I can dump all the fuel off. There is another thing I wanted to tackle, and it's actually mounting my 12 position switch. I'm going to need that for if I want to run multiple tunes. The tuner also said make sure that's wired up first. He's like, I don't want to just run it on one tune and then you get a switch later and then you have to come back to load up multiple tunes. I'm thinking I want to put it in the actual ashtray. I've also tossed around the idea to maybe try to mount it up here. The problem is if you're driving, as you can see, if you're driving, you have to reach and you have this in your way. So I don't want to be like one of these where I have to reach around it. So that's just kind of just like a backup. I've tried possibly mounting here, but the switch is too big for these. I would probably be shaved out like a huge circle and I don't want that. It won't fit back here, won't fit back here. I also have it as a viable option right in here. It does put it kind of in a nice spot over here because it's convenient. I won't have to really drill into this. I just have to drill this hole out a little bit more.
Later.
Okay, little update. Excuse the mess. There's just shit everywhere. So I scratched the idea of putting it, I don't know where the center console piece is, of putting it in the ashtray, and I decided to go with where the dimmer switch is. Now I will explain because I'm not deleting the dimmer switch, I'm just pulling it. So I actually had to drill out this hole a little bit bigger. I know a lot of people, if they own MK4 Supras, they say don't drill it, it's OEM pieces and blah blah blah. But it's in there, it's secure, it's tight. Took a little bit because as you can see there's a curve to this. So to get this to sit where it'll rotate all the way around without rubbing on the panel, it took a little bit, but it is in. How I spaced it was I used 2 washers. So I did was I put the 2 washers in here, I pushed this down so it would sit on the washers, and then I tightened the 2 little lock screws. But let me show you what it would look like inside the car. Okay, so you're sitting there driving, you have your switch right here, and you want to switch to a different map. Basically you just reach your hand over, simple as that. Boom, switch it, different map. So all I really have to do is wire that up now. I do have to get a Deutsch plug for the AEM. I forgot which Deutsch plug I need. I may have to wait for the harness to get that. I'll just overnight it and I'll be able to pin that out, and I should be good to go with the switch. Alright, so I just finished this video up, and once I finished editing everything I realized I didn't make an outro. And I noticed something, I have a real problem with making outros, so I apologize for that. I also want to apologize for this video kind of being I guess a boring video. I guess you can call it like a filler. But I will say as of today I got emails from 2 different places. One, I've been waiting on this part since February, early to mid February. The other part is the engine harness. So they just sent me an email today, let me know that it was shipped today. So hopefully I have that in the next I guess 3 to 5 business days, depending on how it's shipped, what company. So once I get that in, you already know that harness is going straight into the car. We're plugging everything up, buttoning everything up, and then this car will finally kind of be done under the engine bay. The other part that I ordered in February, I'm not going to say what it is, but I will do a little reveal for it and then do an install on that as well. I am waiting on my seats still. There's no word on when they're going to be actually shipped to me. I don't know if they're in transit, if they're still being made, or what have you. Regardless of how boring this video is, I hope you guys are still sticking with me on this, because this car is getting closer and closer to being able to start up. We are waiting for some big ticket items that are taking forever to come to me. Unfortunately, it's out of my hand. There's nothing I can really do with that. But thank you for everyone who subscribed and is following this process. If you just came across this video, definitely go check out some of my old videos of this car and its different stages and the process building up to now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you guys do know when I upload a video. I'm going to push my hardest to come out with videos Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know how I'm going to break them up, what video is going to go what, and then possibly a motorcycle video on the weekends. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.
Too many thoughts in my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. Killing they